You are now listening to the smooth sensations and high vibrations of Alex, host of the best relationship channel on YouTube. Alex, drop them gems on us.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy, Alex. Shout out to the Elite Fleet. Make sure you like and subscribe so you can become a member of the Elite Fleet. And this is the question I keep getting asked by you little horny bastards. So I'm going to go ahead and answer it, alright? And that is, how do you turn up the sexual energy, alright? How do you escalate to sex? How do you raise the woman's attraction level to the point where she wants to take you to bed? Yeah, I remember that song. But anyway, how do you get laid? How do you get her to want to take you to bed when you're going out on a date? Alright? I get asked that question a lot, so I'm going to answer it in this video, alright? But before I even answer that question, I also want to answer this, because a lot of dudes ask me this all the time. Well, Alex, how do you escalate the sex? And we know women want us to take the lead, and we know they want us to make the first move, but how do you do that in the Me Too society? By making the first move. But Alex, what if she Me Too's you? Let me tell you guys something. You want to know how you avoid a Me Too? Alright, come in real close. Turn the volume up in your headphones. You ready? No means no. That's it. As in, if you make a move, and she's not receptive of the move, and she tells you to stop, or she says no, or she's uncomfortable, or she pulls away, then you stop. Problem solved. Y'all be asking me about how to avoid Me Too, making me scared, man, because what type of time do y'all be on? You avoid Me Too by stopping when she says stop. Me Too case comes from men who don't stop when she says stop, or who uses their money, power, or influence over the woman to make her do things she wouldn't otherwise do. That's why I hate that a lot of manosphere content creators now are going out here and telling you guys to trick, because tricking can directly lead to a Me Too case. Now, to be fair, you really don't have to worry about Me Too unless you're a millionaire. Even if you're tricking. Because you get a little $200, $400, the likelihood a woman's going to extort you if that's the type of money you're paying, slim to none, alright? Me Too is more of a problem if you're a multi-millionaire, alright? If you're rich. Not six figures, not middle class, I said rich, as a multi-millionaire. Then you have to worry more about Me Too. Women ain't trying to extort your ass, you work at Walgreens. Alright? Women ain't trying to extort you, you work at Walmart. Women aren't trying to extort you if you work in social services. They're not. Alright? And to be honest with you guys, statistically speaking, over 70% of women have already been raped or they've been touched inappropriately by a family member or friend at their daycare, something like that. Someone's already taken advantage of them. And guess what? 9 out of 10 times they don't say a word. And I hate that. I try to convince them to say something. But most women don't say nothing when these things happen to them in real life for various reasons. Maybe they're scared of the abuser. Okay? Maybe they're scared of the backlash. Maybe they don't want the stigma. But the reality is, unless you're rich, they're probably not going to say anything anyway, other than telling you to stop or asking you to stop. So Me Too really shouldn't be a concern unless you're an extreme pervert, which I would hope that you're not. So with that being said, let's move past the Me Too. Let's get straight into the gospel, alright? Let's get into the Alex scriptures and talk about how you raise the sexual energy on the day, alright? Now, in this video, I'm going to talk about two different types. I'm going to talk about when you're picking her up and going on an actual date, and I'm going to talk about when you're just going through the crib. Because some dudes want to know, if I just come through the crib, how do you escalate it to sex? Now, I know most of y'all don't got enough riz to do that, alright? So I'm going to talk about that secondarily, but I'm going to talk about both in this video, so it's going to be a game in this for everybody. Let's get straight into it. Number one, if you're taking a woman on a date, you always want to pick her up. You always want to pick her up. First of all, she's going to like this 9 out of 10 times because it's a sign of masculinity, alright? My man picking me up, you're not going to be a passenger princess. Guys love, women love being passenger princesses. Getting to just do their makeup and, be cute and pretty and be able to get in your car and just chill out. They don't got to worry about traffic. They don't have to focus on driving. They don't have to figure out where the place is. They can just relax and trust in you completely to get them there safely and get them home safely. Alright? You also want to pick them up because picking the woman up psychologically, and this is a gem, is the first sign of submission she's going to give you. Let that breathe, run it back. That's the first sign of submission she's going to give you, because she's now letting you know where her place is. So that's a big sign of trust and comfort level, which is very important when you're trying to escalate to getting laid. It's also a big sign of trust and submission, that she's even letting you know where she's staying. She's then trusting you to get her there and get her back home safely without doing any funny business. Now, there will be situations where the woman's just not comfortable because she doesn't want you to know where she lives, but she does want the right to be able to leave whenever the hell she wants to leave. And if that's the case, that's okay. You shouldn't run into this too much if you're doing what I tell you guys to do, which is having at least a 10-minute conversation with a woman before you go on a date. You should always be trying to FaceTime or call a woman before you go on a date. I don't give a damn if you met her online or in person, because that conversation is going to let you know if she's worthy of a date or not. She's going to let you know if she's a hoe, and you should just be trying to pull up on her. And if she's a good girl, who you should be taking on a date. If she's even someone you get along with, the hell with the hoe with a good girl. You might just not get along with her. Y'all might not be a vibe. And you don't want to be stuck with someone for an hour, 2 hours, who's getting on your nerves. So the phone conversation is very important. And lastly, let's get past women, all right? And let's just talk about you as a man. When you pick a woman up, you pick her up from her house, right? You drop her back off to her house. So again, at the end of the day, you're guaranteed at least an opportunity to get inside because you're right there. So you're guaranteeing yourself an opportunity to get inside. If she drives to meet you there, don't get me wrong, this does happen. She might tell you to follow her home, or she might give you her address and tell you to meet her there. But chances are she wasn't comfortable enough to let you pick her up. You're probably not getting laid that day any damn way, alright? But if she was, you have a chance. So that's the reason why you always want to pick her up. It makes her, shows she's comfortable, it shows a sign of early submission, alright? It shows that she trusts you, and you have a free pass to go back to her crib. And if you have enough ridge, you should be able to get up there, alright? There's multiple reasons why you want to pick her up though, because the car ride to the date is also extremely important. In the car ride to the date, guys make this mistake all the time. Do not make a playlist or put on music that you think the woman wants to hear. What you think is going to happen is not going to happen. I remember seeing a meme one time, and I've heard women say this, so I know this meme is generally true, where it said a guy made a playlist of a bunch of R&B songs and pop songs when he picked up the woman. And she was like, oh, I like all these songs to him. And he was like, yeah, she's falling for this, I'm risen. But in her group chat in the corner, she was saying, LOL, I think he's gay. He keeps playing female-oriented music. Now, saying a man is gay because of that is an extreme, but we know modern women like to call you gay for damn near everything. So my point here is play your music. Don't try to pander to what you think she wants to hear. One, you want to play her music because women want to be wrapped in your world and they want to see if y'all have anything in common. If on the regular you're listening to the type of music she's listening to. But also, number two, you want to play your music because you don't want to give the impression that you're trying to impress her. You just want to give the impression that y'all just going out and having a good time and you feel no pressure and you just doing your own thing. Always play your own music, alright? Lastly, when you're in the car, all you want to focus on is keeping her talking. The more you talk, the more you lose. Alright? So you just want to keep asking open-ended questions that will just keep her running her mouth based upon whatever it is that she's saying. Women love to hear themselves talk, especially about their damn selves. So just keep asking her open-ended questions that keep her running her mouth. The only thing you should be focused on is your left hand stealing, right hand gripping the thighs. Guys, putting the right hand on the thigh is the first step towards turning up that sexual energy. Alright? Because as soon as she likes you, her coochie gonna do a little jump as soon as you touch her on her thigh, alright? Now, again, going back to what I said at the beginning of the video, no me too. So if she says no, if she says she's uncomfortable, if she says I'm handing you Heathen, then just take your hand off of her. It's not a big deal, guys. Alright? But putting your hand on that thigh, it's big. It's huge, right? Because now you've broken the touch barrier. And it's a very smooth way to break the touch barrier. To be honest with you guys, I have never done that move and had it not work. There has not been one time where I had a woman on my car, I put my hand on her thigh and she said, don't touch my thigh or don't put your hand in. Not one time. Alright? So that's your first step, is breaking the touch barrier. So now the touch barrier is broken. So now you have free reign for the most part throughout the rest of the day to continue to break the touch barrier. But don't abuse that, guys. When you're going out with a woman, alright, or when you're out with a woman, or even when you're in the crib with a woman, this is another mistake dudes make all the time. Don't just go straight for their tits or their ass. Touch them everywhere else, right? What I mean by that is hold their hands. Put one hand on the thigh while you're driving, alright? Now, the actual date, right? This is where I'm going to make the cipher complete to y'all because there's a strategy to everything I do. I usually tell you guys, take them bowling, right? Take them axe throwing, take them to play pool, things like that, right? Active dates, maybe even the museum, stuff like that, right? Why would I tell you that? Because all these places give you free reins to continue to break the touch barrier. What do you mean, Alex? Well, if you take a woman to play pool, for example, right? let's say she doesn't know how to play pool. Or maybe she knows how to play a little bit, but she's not that good. You're better than her. You know what they're going to do 9 out of 10 times? Can you show me how to play? Guess what that gives you an excuse to do if you've ever played pool? Come up behind her, put your hands on her hands. You're going to be right behind her. She's going to be right in front of you and show her how to play the game of pool. Now, once again, you've broken the touch barrier. And now you're pressing your whole body against her whole body. So trust me when I tell you guys, as men, is this stuff a big deal to us? No. But women, all of this is foreplay. I need you guys to understand that. The one hand on her thigh, foreplay. Picking her up, foreplay. Alright? Getting behind her to show her how to shoot pool. Alright? Getting behind her to show her how to bowl. Even the driving range. That's another day I'll tell you guys about. Driving range. When she's like this and she doesn't know how to hit a golf ball, guess what? You get to come up behind her like this, show her how to hit a golf ball. All these things to women is cuddly. Alright? It's intimacy. You're gonna be getting the V-box throbbing. I'm telling you guys what I know. This is why I say dates like that. It's very hard to turn up the sexual energy if you want a dinner date. You're sitting across from each other. The waiter is interrupting you every 5 seconds, asking you another question. Would you like some more water? Would you like another drink? Would you like dessert? Would you like an appetizer? Here's your check. You can never build sexual chemistry that way. It's better to take women you're already dealing with on dinner dates. Same thing with the movie. You can't talk. You're watching a damn movie. It's better to take a woman you're already established with to the movies. Alright? The dates I tell y'all to do, not only are they fun, so they're a good icebreaker, gives you a free excuse to break the touch barrier. So if you're taking them on the type of dates I'm telling you to take them on, you should be training them on, here's how you shoot the pool, here's how you bowl, here's how you throw the axe, get behind her and show her how to throw the damn axe. Now, if she already knows how to do it, that's fine. Then that's when you get your competitive mode and get competitive with her. But you can still find another way to break the touch barrier, right? Let's say you go and order some drinks or something like that, right? Or you ask her what she wants to drink while you're at the bar. You can break the touch barrier there. Just come up behind her, right? Listen, here's the key, guys. This is a major key. It's going to also come into play when we start to talk about how to escalate when you're in the house, right? But if you're going to try the movie, let's say you did a bar date, right? Let's say you went and got drinks instead of the dates I usually recommend. That's fine, too. You come up behind her at the bar. You always want to keep your hands directly under her chest. Alright, so you want to be like right here. Why? Because it's close enough to make them feel safe and secure and bubbly, but your hands are on her butt or her breast, so it does not make her feel like you're being a pervert. Remember, guys, everything's about keeping comfort. The difference between the dude who smashes the first night or smashes after the date or comes to the crib and smashes versus the dude who gets the date or gets to come over the crib but he doesn't get the smash is that one is not confident and one's moving desperate or one is being very perverted. Most of the time men are not confident, so they don't make a move or they make too aggressive of a move and it comes off as perverted. Everything I'm telling you to do, I'm telling you right now, none of it's going to come off as perverted, alright? So that's how you're going to escalate it on the date. Now, when you get her back to the house, it's quite as simple as saying, hey, what are you about to do? Right? And she's going to tell you whatever it is she's about to do. It's probably not going to be something important. From then, you just simply say to her, okay, would you like some company? Nah, if you did really well on a date, she might just invite you up on her home. You ain't got to say nothing. Right? But you always want to ask a woman if she wants some company. I remember one time, for example, I went on a date with this woman to a bar, and she ended up deciding that she had to leave early because it was too hot in the bar. She started having like an anxiety attack, panic attack, or whatever. So I was like, okay, you want me to follow you home and like make sure everything is good? And she says, yeah. Matter of fact, we can keep chilling at my place. And you guys can already imagine what happened after that. So never miss the opportunity whenever you take the woman back home. Even if she drove to the date with you guys, to be honest with you, whenever you take her back home, always try to escalate the sex, alright? Worst case scenario, she's going to say, no, not this time. And she'll probably tell you next time. I've had some women literally tell me, it's too quick. I can't do it this time, maybe next time, and the very next day, that's exactly what went down, right? But a lot of times, she'll probably bring you up, and if she doesn't, she's going to respect the fact that you asked. Alright, again, you have to make the first move. Closed mouths don't get fed when it comes to females. Now, part 2 of the video, she tells you to come up to the crib. Now, this is also for the fellas who the first date was just the crib, right? This was a Netflix and chill chick. This was a bodega chick, right? She tells you to come into the crib. Now, this is important. If you're coming into your crib from a date, it's not necessary that you have anything, okay? If you're coming in the crib, for those of you guys who skip to the back side of the video, you're coming to the crib, but you're not coming from a date. You're just going to a crib to watch movies or to just chill or something. It's imperative that you bring something. Do not go to that girl's crib empty-handed. Alright, so what do I mean by that? You need to figure out if she's a drinker. You need to figure out if she's a smoker. Alright, if she's a smoker, bring an eighth. Alright, if she's a drinker, bring like a pint or something. Alright, bring some liquor. Matter of fact, bring more than a pint. Get her a whole bottle of wine. Or get her a whole bottle of tequila or something. Tequila is the one. Alright, tequila and wine are really the ones. Alright, those are the ones you really want to bring, especially tequila if you can, because tequila makes the clothes come off. But bring her a bigger bottle. Forget the pint. So that way she can keep it. She can remember you by it whenever she goes and gets a drink. But don't come in there empty-handed. Also, you should probably bring some food if you're just pulling up to the crib too. Because 9 times out of 10 she's going to be hungry. Women always want to eat, even though they don't eat all the food. So bring some food, bring some liquor, bring some weed, whatever she's into. Now, if she's not into any of that, she don't drink and she don't smoke, then just bring some food and call it a day. But you still don't want to go there empty-handed. Now, you're in the house, alright? Now the rules are going to be the same either you were coming off of a date or either you're just coming through. She's going to put on a movie or something, or a basketball game sometimes, or whatever she's going to put on. She's probably not going to put on a basketball game, but it's happened. Alright? She's going to put on a movie or a TV show, whatever the case may be. Alright? Understand, you're not going to finish that movie, you're not going to finish that TV show. She's doing that because she's trying to get herself comfortable with the situation. She probably was comfortable telling you to come into the house and not that you're physically there. She kind of knows where this is going to end. Because understand something, guys. A woman's not letting you in her house unless she's already in her mind can see herself smashing you. Let it breathe, run it back. A woman ain't even going to let you in her house unless she already in her mind can see herself smashing you. So once she says come in, or once she comes through, she's already seen you bending her over, clapping her cheeks. But she still has to get comfortable with the situation. Again, this is where a lot of other dudes blow it. As you cuddle and watch this movie, as you cuddle and watch this TV show, whatever it is that she puts on, again, you want to hold her here if y'all in a bed or something, alright? You want to wrap one arm right around here, or you want to put her like this. Or if y'all in the bed, you can put her head, not her chest, her head right here and hold her like this. Don't go for no ass, do not go for no titties. At least 5 to 10 minutes pass first before you do that. Alright? And the reason you want to do that is, again, it's about comfort. Once 5 or 10 minutes pass, now she had the chance to get comfortable. She's in your embrace. You're holding her the right way, because a lot of y'all don't know how to hold chicks the right way. And it's very important. Again, getting her up tight, right? And being the big spoon and being behind her right up under here. I'm telling you right now, it's going to hit every time. Putting her head right here and holding her over the shoulder is going to hit every time. Sitting on the couch, holding her just like this, rubbing her back on her shoulder, it's going to hit every time. Now, after the 5 or 10 minute mark, you start to escalate by, from every position I just named pretty much, except for this position, you're going to start rubbing on the butt. Now you can escalate to a sexual body part, right? So now if you're here, you can move down here, right? If she's here, laying on you, you can move down here. And if y'all doing the spoon, so you're up here under her breast, now you might want to go under this shirt and go like right here, or something like that. Now you can make that move. Now understand this, guys, because this is the important part. When you make that move, there's a 50-50 chance that even if she wants, she's probably going to say, stop, or you doing too much, or something along those lines. They're programmed to do that, right? It's a shit test. So when she says stop, right, or you're doing too much, now if you just rub on her butt, she's probably not going to say that. But if you try to go up under the breast, she might say that. It's okay. Just stop. Just stop, guys. Again, y'all scaring me. Nobody should be giving me 2 kicks. Just stop. Give it another 5 or 10 minutes. Make the move again. 9 out of 10 times, she's not going to stop you this time. 9 out of 10 times. Now at the point where you're comfortably rubbing the booty, at the point where you're comfortably gripping the breast, it's open season. I really shouldn't have to tell you too much what to do from there, right? Because now we will be getting into straight sex tips, and y'all gonna pay me for that. I ain't putting that out here for free. Alright? But 9 out of 10 times, you're gonna be good from there. Whatever move you make, you're gonna be good. Y'all already know what to do. Get them like this. Y'all already know what to do, alright? I shouldn't have to say anything from that point. If you follow everything I've been saying up until this point, you should be good 9 out of 10 times. And if you go for the move again, and she stops you again, Alright, you know what? That's okay. Let it go. Try the next time. Alright, just try the next time. It's okay. Some girls, they're gonna make you wait a certain amount of time before they do some stuff. Alright, that's okay. Maybe she's not feeling the vibe. Maybe you gotta do a little more work. That's okay. Don't panic. Don't trip. Now, if she did curve you, and you get all the way back into her house again, and she curves you again, at that point you might have to start looking towards cutting her off. If she does it the third time, definitely cut her off. Alright? Because it would be weird to keep inviting a man into your house and you're not doing anything. Like, what? Why are you bringing them up here? You know? Now, you can make some exceptions to this rule if the girl's a virgin or you're both really young. Obviously, you can make some exceptions, but in a normal adult interaction, there's no reason a woman should be repeatedly bringing you over the house, but whenever you make a sexual advance, she's telling you not to. That's just weird. At that point, it's almost like she's playing with you. Some women get off on taking men right there and then just stopping them. And she might be that type, but she's just doing that. Alright? So that's how you escalate to sex, guys. That's how you make little moves that are going to stack up and get you to the next level, right? It's kind of a cheat code if she just lets you come through with the drinks and the weed, because eventually she'll probably be jumping your bones, alright? You might not have to do as much. But that's how you escalate it. Now, where there be situations where women will initiate it, sure, it will happen sometimes, but most of the time it will not. So it's going to be up to you as a man to do the little things that's going to take it to the next level. And the biggest thing that I can tell you guys is to remain calm, stay in masculine frame. Do not rush for the ass or the titties. Again, utilize the entire body, man. Even a foot rub. Foot rub, I don't know how I left out the foot rub, man. Foot rubs are clutch. Y'all sitting there watching TV, tell her to put one foot there. Start rubbing on her feet, give her a good foot rub, man. She's going to be open. Tell you what I know, or a good massage, body massage, but whatever you do, that's why I said utilize the whole body. Do not run straight to the ass and the titties. Once you do that, right, you're making your intention clear. Once you do that, in her head, she thinks you're going for it. You're trying to smash. And if you haven't done enough work prior, she's just going to look at you as a pervert or something. It's going to turn her off and you're not going to be able to recover. The key is to touch her everywhere but her ass and her titties. Now, obviously, her V-box, before somebody comes and says, well, you didn't say her V-box. Obviously, her V-box, too. Alright? You don't want to go to the super hot and run this Jones. You want to play around those zones. Okay? That's what you want to do. It's like a foreplay. It's like a mental tease. You're just teasing her the whole time. Then, you go for the gusto at the end of the day. Alright? So that's how you do that, y'all. I am Alex, and I am out. Peace.